You know, I've reviewed so many products for Magic the Gathering that I like to say, if it's for sale at your local game store, then I've probably reviewed it. But what about when it's not at your local game store? What if it's at your local office supply retailer, home improvement supply store, or electronic commerce and cloud computing company? Presented here are everyday products easily and extremely affordably found at these types of stores that actually make for amazing game supplies for Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and other standard-sized TCGs. Oftentimes, people say to me, "Professor, why use sleeves at all? Why use deck boxes? Let's save a lot of money and just carry our cards around in plastic bags." Now, I think usually when someone says this, they are speaking in jest, and hey, I can laugh at a good joke like anyone else. Ha 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 ha. But in reality, a plastic bag is not sufficient protection for your cards. After all, during gameplay without sleeves, they're still going to become damaged during shuffling, and while it might protect against water and spills, a plastic bag is not going to afford you any real protection from bending and other damage during transport. However, the products that I'm going to show you in this video are no laughing matter. Each of them an excellent product that serves as a fantastic TCG accessory. These aren't just budget buys, although the prices are indeed on the affordable end of the spectrum. But these products are high quality and extremely high function. Do not view them as budget alternatives, and certainly do not view them as a plastic bag. This is some serious business here. Let's begin with the Stanley 10-compartment toolbox organizer. Typically found at Home Depot or other home improvement retailers, this organizer might as well have been designed with the Magic player in mind, because each of its 12 compartments holds just over 100 plus double-sleeved Magic the Gathering cards. That wasn't an error on my part just now, by the way. Although named and labeled and listed as a 10-compartment toolbox, it actually has 12 compartments. Hey, count for yourself. And each, I repeat, each holds roughly the equivalent of an Ultra Pro satin tower, 100 plus double-sleeved cards. So you can have up to one double-sleeved commander deck plus a little room for tokens in each of these 12 compartments. You need to be sure to always place your cards in sideways, or else the lid will not properly close. When the lid does close, each individual compartment is locked in place with grooves, both along the base and from the lid. And you do not even need all 12 compartments present for secure transport. The compartments are a perfect rectangle, meaning there's no bending of your cards, no angles that cards can catch in. You can put a standard deck plus sideboard in here. You can have one compartment just for tokens. I mean, this holds up to 1,200 cards total, so you might even choose to have this for your cube. You can even use one compartment for more dice encounters than you'll likely ever need. Meanwhile, the exterior is tough as nails, or at least tough because this was made to carry around nails and screws and other building supplies, so it'll work great for our cardboard. The polycarbonate cover is high impact, break resistant, with super secure and strong latches. Nice big handle for easy transport. The base itself is a super strong material made for hauling heavy tools. Great grip on the base and all around solid construction. Best of all, the price on this is $17.95. So you've just brought your 12 commander decks or what have you down to a GP or your local game store. You sit down to get a couple games and suddenly, you have to move tables. Do you need to put everything back in this toolbox in order to safely transport it? Amazingly, no you don't, because as I mentioned, these trays actually latch in to the base and the lid. And I'm going to demonstrate this by just putting one tray in. Check this out. held in place. Now, there are no other trays in here right now. And if I were to shake this, it's not like a magnetic lock. It's just a little groove that is holding it in, both on the top and the bottom. And it can take, look, I'm walking down the GP hall. If I really shake it hard, I am going to make it displace from that spot and slide down. But normally you're not going to be walking around with just one of these in here. Maybe you have taken two out and you want to just really quickly shut this, pick up and go to another table, have the other two out in front of you, or maybe you're just going to pick up your play mats. You know how it is. And so what I'm trying to demonstrate is that this is great for moving short distances. Here, I'll make it. There we go. Got it down there. Not going to say that you should pop this into your trunk with just two trays in the base, but nonetheless, it's a great feature that these do latch into place mostly securely and allow you a short distance of travel. I mean, my goodness, I know people have overwhelmingly told me cost should not be a factor, only overall quality, but $17.95 for this? What a deal. And in terms of that overall quality, it's an excellent, solid, enthusiastic A. Carry a dozen commander decks with you. Great transport for your stuff to a GP or your local game store, whatever. Now, your local building supply store might not carry the Stanley, and maybe you can't ship it out to where you live. So you go down looking for something similar. That's reasonable. Pay very careful attention to the compartments themselves. Let me show you the problem that this DeWitt tool kit has so that you know what to avoid. Do not buy the DeWitt or tool kits like it. The compartments are hexagonal, and decks placed within are going to subtly bend the cards to that angled edge. This particular compartment is also very tight. The most it will fit is only a 75 card deck, and even then you have to kind of jam them in and the cards will get damaged. So I suggest, if toolkit shopping for something other than the Stanley, you take some sleeved tokens to test out compartments before you buy. Next up, if you use binder sheets, then you use 3-ring binders. One of the things I've always been against are the 3-ring binders that you often find at game stores. Made by companies that might know deck boxes and card sleeves, but a 3-ring binder is another animal entirely. Since the early days of my channel, I've advocated just going to your local office supply store, something like Office Depot or Staples, to buy a professionally made 3-ring binder. But which brand is the question I keep being asked? Well, here's one that I recommend strongly. The binder I am showing you is one of the best I've found. It's the Cardinal XtraLife 3-ring binder. Designed for real estate agents and contractors, the covers are manufactured to withstand cold temperatures and are guaranteed strong. In fact, XtraLife binders have a 3-year cover guarantee against cracking, and the covers are guaranteed not to split or tear for 3 years. And for me, that is the quality that you're looking for in a 3-ring binder. After all, a 3-ring binder is a 3-ring binder. There's not much to it. You want 3 rings, you want it to be a D ring, and beyond that, what is there to inspect? What is there to look for? What do you do if your office supply store doesn't have this particular brand? You look for that warranty. You look for that guarantee, because that is your assurance that you're not going to end up with a torn cover in a month or two. Boy, isn't that the worst when the cover just tears right off? Well, if that were to happen here, I know that I've got some reasonable protection. And just seeing that on the folder lets me know that I've got a good shot at this lasting 3 years, which, by the way, this particular one has done, and it's in great shape still. My other favorite brand I've showcased before, the Casein Z storage binder. Having already reviewed these, I won't repeat all my points in detail. If you want, you can go watch the original video here, but the Casein is durable, holds an astonishingly large amount of binder sheets, and can be zippered up and easily transported thanks to a handle and a very durable exterior. In fact, I still have the original cassettes from that review. This is what I used in that review from 2014. Here they are. I have been using them the entire time. I take these with me to events. I carry them by the handle, and look, that handle is gonna be on there forever. It's in great shape. Ooh, heavy. Got a lot of cards in here. They hold so much. 2014, and it might as well be coming fresh off the shelf. Best 20 bucks I ever spent. The Casein Z is an average of $20, and the Cardinal 3D ring is $8.99 for a 1-inch or $14.99 for the 3-inch that I showed off here. And it's exactly the sort of everyday item you should be looking for when shopping for 3-ring binders. Moving from storage to transport, we have the Amazon Basics camera bag. Designed to not only transport but also protect delicate camera lenses, the Amazon Basics camera bag works fabulously with deck boxes. The Velcro compartments and straps are all 100% adjustable, so whether you use a satin tower or a dual flip-in tray, you can configure your interior to meet your needs. If you see me struggling a bit with some of the Velcro dividers here, that's a good sign, because it helps demonstrate that they latch on securely and can support the weight of your deck boxes. This was designed for those expensive camera lenses, after all, and those things are both heavy and fragile. Now, a lot of Magic players use camera bags for deck box transport, and there's a lot of different brands and makes out there, many of which are great. Here's why the Amazon Basics is my favorite out of all of them, and no, it's not just its price, which is really nice at $29.99, but rather the fact that this is a very high quality item. The backpack's exterior is made of an extremely thick and durable polyester, with extra thick padding to protect the contents. Multiple pockets and pouches for holding your dice, pencils, and other small gaming supplies are throughout, including a secondary flap which can fit a small 4-pocket binder. The exterior straps, intended for a small tripod, can be used for a playmat, and overall the backpack is compact, comfortable to wear, and can hold approximately 6 to 9 deck boxes depending on size. And yes, that $29.99 price tag is great. What's more, the Amazon Basics DSLR camera backpack comes with a 1-year warranty, so just like with those binders, you can feel a little extra protected for the long term. And these really hold in place well. I can take out one of the deck boxes from the base, and look, here we go. I got an Ultra Pro tower. It's got a full deck and sideboard in there. That's not coming down. Not that you should be suspending if you're not filling this up all the way. Fill it from bottom to top, but I am just showing you that these really do hold in place well. And what's also great is that this has got a very compact design. So even though it holds all of that, it still fits really nicely during transport, in your car, on your back, what have you. I want to be very clear that the quality and protection is here. This isn't just a budget bag for those who can't afford the more premier, designer, made just for gamers transport satchels and backpacks that are on the market. This is an excellent way to safely and easily transport your deck boxes to events. It's high quality, and it just happens to be an everyday item which can be bought for the budget price of $29.99. What can I say? It's another A. But in the end, it isn't my grade that matters. It's yours. What do you think of these products? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, I offer my evaluation only as a tool for you in forming your own conclusions about which products best meet your needs as a player. I hope very much this video, all of my videos, is of some help to you in doing this. Please, if you feel that it has been a help, go back and check out my old video reviews of deck boxes, card sleeves, playmats, binders, and portfolios. If it's for sale at your local game store, then I'm willing to bet I have reviewed it. Playlists are going to be linked in this video's description. Go on back, watch those videos, and make sure that when you're buying Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, or other standard-sized TCG game accessories, you are buying what's best for you and your needs as a player. And this video is brought to you by my and many other people's local game store, Card Kingdom, a brick-and-mortar pillar of this community, as well as the Patreon support of viewers such as you. These are the people that keep Tolarian Community College going and growing strong. So thank you.